He's a soccer player, a football player. So the football players have many big advantages compared to other guys. First, they read very well the ball trajectories. It's natural. They used to read the ball also in football. It's the same. They're very athletic, very good footwork. They're fast, and they're also fast in changing directions in comparison to sprinters, for example, who go only one direction. That's another incredible video of my friend Tennis Gio, who's an incredible player. He plays with both hands and he does trick shots with both of his hands. That's crazy. He's serving with the left arm, then he takes the racket with the right one, plays behind his back, then changes again, plays behind his back and lob winner. He's only doing trick shots with both hands, which is extremely rare. Now he does the sneak attack by Roger. It's just behind the service line and taking the ball behind his back. That's crazy. He's returning being just behind the service line, takes the racket with his right arm, plays behind his back, then changes hands and another incredible shot. And ends up with a lob behind his back with the right arm, serving as a lefty. I mean, he can do anything. That's one of the points I really liked in those last weeks, but go on his channel and you'll see a lot of those videos. He does some every single day. This serve is probably one of the strangest serve I've ever seen. But if you look at it, the fundamentals are respected. First of all, it's a good player. This guy is a good player. The start of the serve is weird. First of all, he's trying to find rhythm at the start, but he does it in a strange way, but the only point is to start the motion with a good rhythm. And it kind of works. What surprises me the most is his head. When he tosses the ball, he's looking backwards. I've never seen something like this in my life. He turns his head looking at the back fence with a toss that goes from behind to in front. Sorry, I'm gonna turn my head. He's basically standing like this, tossing this way, and then following the ball with his head to end up serving in front. That's the most strange thing. The fact that he decides to kick the ball, which is what he does, makes it easier. If he would hit flat, I don't think he would be able to do it, but having his head going this way and the ball going this way, in a way, it's not that strange to kick. A lot of players start to get some rhythm before serving. But of course, the way he does it is quite strange. But you know, if it works for him, and as far as the fundamentals are respected, I have no problem with the serve. C'est monstrueux, means unbelievable. This kid is 8 years old. I know him well, by the way. He's really impressive in terms of accuracy. You have no idea how difficult it is to hit in a small target like this 9 balls out of 10. It's a joke. It requires, of course, accuracy, but also incredible focus. Okay, this video is very spectacular because you feel that the people who are trying to eat dinner are under huge risk of getting hit by the ball. So first of all, I think it's always interesting to put people. I personally do it a lot in coaching. I say, okay, play over my head, because it puts a crazy pressure on the guy who plays, because if he misses, he hits me. And that's exactly what's happening there. They cannot afford to play too low and take any risk to hit one of the guys. That's very good because, you know, to push people to play higher and take more margin over the net, the fact that you create a danger of hitting people makes them be extremely aware of the height they should play. Professional tennis players play extremely high over the net. And when you watch it on TV, you think that they play low, but it's not true. They play very, very high. 2 meters, 3 meters sometimes, but minimum 1 meter over the net all the time. And that's what they're doing. So they're playing great tennis, actually, those two guys, because they play high over the net, but they build the points, they play the zones, and they really want to win the point, if you look at it. So very good tennis, playing with the right height over the net. Oh, this baby, yeah. And I like the video because it's the evolution from the first racket to hitting the first ball, to starting to play, to being able to rally a little bit in the service box. So that's kind of the story of this little kid with tennis. That's quite funny that in the evolution of a tennis player from the start to a certain age, it ends up at 2.5 years old. That's the case here. But it's not necessary to start so early. You can start at 5, at 6, at 7. It's not going to be a problem to become a super player. You don't have to start that young. But of course, if you start having fun very, very young with this racket, it cannot hurt you. You know, actually, I had the same kind of racket for my kids. I don't know, somebody gave me that present and it was so funny. My daughter was very young, few months old. The present was a t-shirt and this very little racket she had in the end. And the t-shirt was saying, "Can't wait to play with my dad." It was super fun. We're entering the room of this guy with so many broken rackets on the wall. So why the rackets are broken? When my players in the past have broken rackets, I always kept those rackets. First of all, because I don't want to leave the racket on the court, and also because I like the story. Sometimes a broken racket is a few days before a big tournament that the player ends up winning, but I have this story, this moment, this special moment when the frustration went too high. I know this is very controversial to say, but sometimes to take all the stress out and break a racket can help some players. I know it's a bad thing, maybe there should be another way to do it, but it helps them because it just takes the stress away, the frustration away, and they can refocus. So all the rackets have a story, and I like to collect those broken rackets, and I keep the story with me. Incredible hitting from that 7-year-old girl who hits the ball so clean. That's really rare at that age. Also, her movement is great. First, there is a lot of space between the feet. She's low on her legs. What is the most amazing is one thing. When you're 7 years old, to hit the ball hard and pass the net and play deep, a lot of players start to force and they are getting crispation. She's loose, she's relaxed. The body weight goes from the back foot to the front foot, and she even continues one step after the shot, especially on the backhand side. On the forehand, there is a very good transfer too. You can feel that when she hits the ball, not only her hand is in contact with the ball, but her whole body is in contact together. And that's why she can be so fluid. She doesn't force at all. She's loose, she's relaxed, and she uses her body weight to create power. And you can see that she plays with a lot of consistency and power for 7 years old. She's really impressive. Tommaso, your forehand is amazing. I really like it. First of all, you show all the stances possible and you adapt well to the situation. If the ball goes sideways, you stay open stance, but you can play also semi-open, and you can also close the stance when you need to move forward and take time away from the opponent. Racket head speed, top level, really good. What I like also is that as soon as the ball leaves your opponent's racket, you turn your shoulder straight away and your preparation is ready way before the ball falls on your side of the court. So, you know, I have only positive comments for you. Keep up the good job. You're playing amazing. Last thing, I love how loose your arm is when you hit the forehand, and that's also one of the reasons why you're able to accelerate that much the racket head speed. If we look at the trajectory of your racket, after you hit the ball, your racket is completely free and your arm is free before it comes back, which shows that you are extremely loose, and that's the best way to generate speed. Okay, I'm watching the video of Honza. Honza is 9 years old. First of all, you have very nice technique. I didn't see your backhand, I saw your forehand, I saw your volley. Just one thing that strikes me is that you're not using your left arm at all. You're running with the left arm here. You should be holding your racket all the time. First of all, because otherwise your racket is down, and when it's down, if the ball comes the other way, it's going to be difficult to react. You should use your left arm to turn your shoulders, hold your racket. So use your left arm. This is for your forehand and probably your backhand too. And for your ready position, always have your racket in the center with both hands. Your volley is nice. Just one thing, if you see your racket head on the backhand side, your racket head goes down and then up. And this is very dangerous because if the ball goes fast, boom, you're going to hit it anywhere else than in the court. Keep your racket head like this. You cannot have it drop here with the volley in front of you. But it's clean. It's nice technique and very good energy. I can see that you love playing tennis and it's so good to see. Good energy, very good energy from the coach. Yeah, because the exercise is tough physically. Very good top spin. It's all about moving backwards, forward, everything you have to do during when you play points. Some that he has to go through, some he has to move back and find more height. Very good exercise, hand fed. So not easy, he has to generate all the power. When he moves back, he plays much higher and deep. When he has a shorter ball, he steps in and plays lower, more aggressive. He transfers the body weight really well and is very fluid. I like it. After the hand passes, there is a full rotation of the body. Actually, I see that one of the players from the academy has liked the video. I like it too, really much. I think this video is successful because it's a cool video. There is an incredible good energy. The coach is super energetic. He's very encouraging. He has a good voice. He's very, very present. There is zero mistake. It's always the right shot. Again, when he's far, he plays high. When he's inside the court, he plays lower and faster down the line. It's great. This is what I advise to the players most of the time, to pass the hand first, and his hand passes incredibly well. Have the body rotation, not provoke it, but the body rotation is a consequence of the hand passing through and bringing everything together, but behind the hand always, and that's what he's doing extremely well. And very dynamic with the legs, very, very dynamic, very fast. And I love that he's playing every time the right shot.
No, negative from the leg, right leg. Back here.